So here's a soap that I make every single year. And typically I'm reminded to make it when I'm out and about and see jewelweed growing. You'll find this plant growing wild, and it's known as poison ivy's arch nemesis. So adding it to a soap is a really great way to wash away any of the poisonous sap that you get on your skin. There is a process to it. You can't just throw it in the soap. I have steeped it down into a tea that I then freeze and add lye to melt. This process is so that the tea doesn't burn when the lye is added to it. I also love to add so many additives to this soap. The soap doesn't have the fancy looks, but it's all about those ingredients. And each one of those ingredients has its own properties and benefits. Whether it's an antibacterial or anti-inflammatory, there's soothing chamomile, calming goat milk, and cleansing clays. Not to mention that each one of these ingredients creates its own natural colorant. Typically when I make this soap, it doesn't have much of a design, but I really wanted to incorporate some swirls into this bar. The turmeric and the clays created some nice earthy shades. Keeping with the all-natural theme, I added some essential oils. So you get the properties of the eucalyptus, the lavender, and the tea tree oil, as well as a light scent. To get a swirl design on the inside of the bar, I alternated each one of the colors in what would be considered a drop swirl design. Once that was filled up, I saved a little bit of the brown clay batter to decorate the top of the loaf. And I'm just going to use a chopstick and just give that a little swirl around. And that's it. I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours before I unmold it. Here's an up-close look of how the top turned out. I also had some extra batter, so I threw it in these little circle molds for another option. So after sitting for 24 hours, it is time to cut into the Jewelweed soap. Again, nothing special, but I do love that I got some swirls in on this one. Loving that orange color from the turmeric. The best way to use this soap is that when you come in contact with poison ivy, use it to wash off the sap. Or if you have an existing rash, to let the lather soak and to use it continuously. Like all cold processed soap, these have been curing for 3 to 6 weeks. I then like to stamp them and package them, and they're ready to go. If you're interested in purchasing these, they are available on our website. Although I make no claims that my soap does anything but clean, I've had a friend with eczema even tell me that this soap does wonders for her skin. Be sure to subscribe for more soap making videos.